I'm going to start this off with think with the end in mind. Riley, and you and I talk a lot of times about like a year from now. Think a year from now, how awesome it's going to be. Think 3 months from now with that candidate or that future leader in your restaurant. Taking the time, and the development team is going to make the process the easiest way we possibly can. And that's really our job is, hey, how can we empower and develop our teams to be the best players they can be right now while they're with us? Welcome, everybody, back to another episode of Buns, Burgers, and Big Ideas. Yeah. I am the host for this time. I'm just kidding. Riley just threw me under the bus and told me that I had to open it, so I did my best. I am Nick Schneider. I'm back again. I'm super excited to sit over here with my almost said co-host, which I've never said that before, which is kind of fun to say. My co-host slash producer slash director slash main host, Riley Shine. So good happy Thursday. Good morning.
Happy Thursday. I would say thanks for having me, but we're always here. Yeah. We're always here in the studio, and this is a podcast for us, by us, Team Iron Arch Management. So we're always happy to share some great leadership insight. So if you're new here, make sure you follow and hit that notification bell for notifications we post every Thursday morning. So we've got a ton of episodes, guys. There's tons of good stuff. If you want to learn, you can learn. You just have to click play. But yeah, what a Thursday.
Yeah, the last episode you said that your legs were really sore from working out, and I keep moving my legs around because they're kind of sore today too. So
yeah, it's like the thigh, right here.
Yeah, mine's just like I'm just all like tense.
Well, we don't want to be tense, but we do want to be intentional.
Intentional.
Yes.
There you go.
And I think right now in the organization, Nick, we've put a lot of focus on hiring talent and culture and hiring those A players that we're really looking for, and I think, as our restaurants get those A players in for training, for all those things that they need to learn, fries, hash browns, all the good stuff, we need to be intentional as leaders to make sure that we help set them up for success, because we want them to stay. We want them to enjoy working for us. And I think by being intentional, we can at least alleviate some of those issues that come out of that first couple weeks.
Yeah, it's really crazy because we've really implemented a lot of things to find those A players.
We've done a lot of changes too, yeah.
And there's a system for everything. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, they have to go and apply, then they have to be on McHire, then they have to record some of their
they have to have a resume.
Questions. They have to have a resume.
Like, oh my gosh, McDonald's wants a resume?
Yeah.
What?
So we're really painting the picture of a world-class organization that we are, really right when it comes to that, really onboarding, because like hiring is part of the onboarding. And we've got to make sure once they get through the whole process of the virtual interview, recording your face and going, why is McDonald's asking me these questions recorded? And then bringing them into the in-person interview and really doing a different kind of interview. Like they talk about high school and they kind of go forward with these candidates. And a lot of these candidates are in high school still. And you build that rapport with them and you really make sure that they are that A player. So we do all of that. And then the first day comes. Like the first thing when I think about first day or that orientation process or the onboarding process, is first impressions. Mm-hmm. Like when I click on McHire and I learn more about Iron Arch and the Beach Farrell family, like I'm thinking, oh my God, this is a huge world-class organization, which we are.
We are, yeah.
And we've got to make sure that we as leaders continue that first impression all the way up through the first couple of days of work, because
I'd venture to say forever, but
forever.
Also,
but
that first impression day, that first group of days, because that's what matters, and that's when they're like it connects for them. We have a gentleman who's in the GM training program, and we have the process, we have everything, we have the training plan all scheduled out, everything looks good. Inevitably, things happen though, schedule changes. Wasn't able to touch point with him a couple times. And as a leader, I'm like, crap. But the first 3, 4, 5 touch points we had, we were there, we talked, we echoed, hey, we're here, we're your support, we're here for you during this process. So when, it sucked we dropped the ball or didn't get a chance to talk to him for a little bit, I saw him the other day and he's like, dude, you guys support me and it's been great. Like, I appreciate it. It's world class. Like, he just echoed everything that we're saying right now on the crew level.
It's because you Tom Brady'd it right in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like Tom Brady is one of the best all-known quarterbacks, whatever. And he's going to make some mistakes, but nobody really remembers, he had how many wing rings? I think six or seven or something like that. Like people don't remember like, hey, that one season where you guys sucked. So that's what's great because when the team, the development team, development team, when we do such a good job, they don't realize that we missed. Or the other thing that you said too is you admit it, you missed it. Like, hey, I missed it. Shoot. And they're like, oh, dude, you guys are so awesome.
Yeah.
So because you did a good job painting that picture and living up to that. Yeah. And living up to that world-class expectation.
Now they know that expectation.
Now they know it. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So how do we get that into the restaurants? How do we get that into the crew level? Because they are the backbone. Like we need them.
They're our future leaders of the restaurant.
They're the future leaders. Yes. And so how do we make sure that we make the first good impression? Because we've already decided that they've made a good one. We hired them.
Correct.
They're the A player that we decided to move forward with and train and invest in.
Yep.
So why do we don't want to risk that investment? So let's make sure that we're putting our best foot forward and making that good impression that first week of training.
Yeah, and we've got the systems and the tools in place, but we just often skip them. Like it happened to you, but you jump back on the train, back on the track or whatever the hell you're talking about, and you got back on it.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we go through the first couple processes. They come in for the orientation. We lose that mindset that, hey, this is our future leader, and we don't give them that world-class welcoming, so to speak. And then we start maybe losing that good first impression because, hey, that first impression was, wow, they're really this. And then I get here and it's like,
okay,
wow, Nick didn't even talk to me. Like, I'm just sitting here waiting for somebody. Like first day, you know, because it's March and we hire a lot of people in March. And this is a good time for us to talk about this because it is all about those. It is. It's about first impressions.
Yeah.
And we talked earlier about being a leader and taking care of ourselves and doing the 75 hard and things like that. Like those things matter.
Yeah. And you said it earlier too, like people pay attention. People can see when you're not... They can see when you're not giving the full attention.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
They can see when you're distracted. They can see when you're not maybe determined.
Right.
So that first week, if you can hold that standard, they're going to want to be curious. They're going to want to learn more. They're going to want to help you because obviously they've wanted this job. They went through this process.
Correct.
We decided, yes, they're a good fit. We want to move forward. So let's make sure that we don't waste that, you know?
Especially if it's their first job.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I guess it doesn't matter if it's their first job or their 100th job. We build the culture that we want. We build the community around us that we want. Mm-hmm. And we went through a really good vetting process. I don't want to call it vetting, but, you know, like the interview process is kind of like a vetting thing.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know what, Riley, you're pretty cool. Nick, you're not so cool. I guess I don't think you can use those words, but you know what I mean. But then we have to, rubber hits the road, I guess is a good point to say it. Okay, Riley, you're a really good candidate. I'm going to bring you on my team. Now the rubber hits the road. What am I as the leader going to do to make you the best A player on my team?
Absolutely.
And that starts with day one. There are some things that we have to be compliant with that aren't always that fun. And, you know, it's important. And I guess when I say that, don't look at it that way. Because those compliancy things that are boring are important for our employees to understand why they're important. So whether it's the SIRW videos or things like that, those are very, very important. And they have to understand that it's okay. They understand that we are a safe and respectful workplace, and we will stand by that because that's our integrity.
Nick, we're talking about making this first impression with our new team member, right? And you still have a business that you're running. So how do you take the time to kind of give them that world-class welcoming? Well, the expectation that we have is that, first of all, their training shifts are anywhere from 4 to 6 hours long. Yep. And depending on their availability, you know, a couple shifts a week. Now, the first shift should look something like this. Instead of them sitting in the lobby, because they're first, second, third, 100th job, they're going to be nervous.
Yep.
They're not. It's a new team. Right? They're meeting new people. So we want to be welcoming. We want to say, hey, good morning, Ted. How's it going? Like, we're excited to have you. You know, if I'm not the general manager, I'm just the shift manager. Hey, my name's Riley. I'm a shift manager. Would love to show you around the restaurant, give you a quick tour, meet some people, and walk around, give them the whole deal, right? And that can take a little bit of time, right? So we have to plan for that. Yep. But after that, then it's like, okay, let's start to get to know each other. So a couple of the conversations you're having are, you know, getting the apps downloaded. There's so many apps.
Yes, there are.
There's technology, right? Schedules, QSR, all those good things that can help us share the why with them. Like, and kind of give them the keys to their success. Hey, here's your metrics. Here's what these apps are for, right? After that conversation, now we're talking about foundations training, right? So we're talking SRIW, we're talking hospitality, because our guests come first every day.
Yep.
So we want to make sure that they have that training. And then I think there's a couple other videos in that foundations grouping. So the first day is really tour, get to know you, chill, watch some videos on the brand and how we interact with people. The next day, okay, now we're getting into some of the procedures, right? So we're going to finish up some foundation videos, and then we're going to jump into fries and hash browns. And we're going to watch that module, that 15-minute scenario, the game. Did you know they have games now?
There is, yes.
Like, that's super cool.
Yeah.
Like, I remember training basically on SOCs. I barely had e-learning when I started.
We had the sheet where you had to get out and like read over it and front and back, and you're like, okay. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's so intuitive now. There's reading, there's playing, there's watching. So whatever way they choose to learn, they do that. And then they hop on fries and hash browns, whatever time of day it is, right? Fries in the afternoon, hash browns in the morning.
Yep.
And you just let them go, and you're, as the coach, watching them and giving them coaching as they're doing it. As they do it and do it for the rest of that shift, or maybe even into that next shift, let's verify them. Okay, Ted, nice job on fries. Like, let's reinforce the positive behavior and coach to the behavior we want changed. But hey, nice job. Let's verify you. Sign off, right? Yep. So it's not just that you sign off, but you also have to go into LifeLens and update those skill levels, because then our scheduling team will know Ted knows how to do fries.
Right.
Rinse and repeat for the next 12, 15 stations in the restaurant, right? McCafe, desserts, dining room, gel, grill assembly, grill frying, breakfast assembly, like all those things you just watch, do, coach, verify.
Yep. It's that simple.
It's that simple. And just use rinse and repeat it and keep going until now they're cross-trained. Now you have an A-player cross-trained team member who could become a crew trainer in 2 seconds because they know the procedures, and then they can become a manager, and now you're running fantastic shifts because they know the expectation and the training from the start.
And that's going to be I'm going to start this off with think with the end in mind. Riley, and you and I talk a lot of times about like a year from now. Think a year from now, how awesome it's going to be. Think 3 months from now with that candidate or that future leader in your restaurant. Taking the time, and the development team is going to make the process easier the easiest way we possibly can. And that's really our job is, hey, how can we empower and develop our teams to be the best players they can be right now while they're with us? And, you know, we contemplated about starting with fries. So we're like, why do we want to start with fries? There's so many other things, because guess what? Like, you can watch the restaurant. You can become a part of the community and the culture right away. You can feel what's going on. You're not really busy all of the time. And you also have that support that can slide in and help you. And plus leaders, like, it's a good opportunity for us to measure their performance. And are they really that A player that we expected? Because A players will pick up fries pretty quick. B players, not so fast, not so much. And, you know, you can do that 30-day evaluation during those first few days you're there. And if they're not the right person, then we can can make sure that we talk them and say, hey, we're not the right team for you.
Hey, thanks for coming in. Thanks for giving us a shot. You know, we've noticed that, you know, we're just maybe not the right fit for you. So we'd like to move forward. You know, and its termination sounds so scary, but we'd like to move forward, you know, with your...
We want to move forward looking at the right people to be on our team. I mean, look at as an NFL team. You have 52 people. Yeah. 52 players. We can't have 53. So that 53rd person either is with us or not with us. And that's okay. Yeah. Like, we have to, as leaders.
We have to be okay with that.
And that's hard for us because sometimes we're like, oh, you know, Bobby, I really like Bobby. Okay, why do you like him? Well, think with the end in mind. In 3 months, is Bobby still going to be here performing the way he's performing now? Or are you going to be able to make him better? And if the answer is you can't make him better, then Bobby's got to go to Taco Bell. Yeah. Or some other quick service restaurant that he might work better for. Yeah. So that's part of it. But that's our culture too. And that's our community. Hire them, go through the process, bring them through the interview, bring them on orientation day, onboard them the right way, get them started, and then make sure that we continue to make them the person that we want them to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
and again, those A players, they want to be led.
They do.
They want to win. They want to be led. So lead them.
And they want to be part of something. And they want to know their value.
Yeah.
So show them. And if they don't really feel they want to give value, then
Yeah. Find the next A player.
Yeah, exactly. And that's fun that you bring that up because we should always be looking for those A players. Like, it's March now. So we're talking about, we're going to hire a couple hundred people as a company. What about, December when it's slower, or January when it's cold? You should always be looking for those A players. You might tighten down some things here or there. You're like, hey, we need another Tom Brady Jr. So let's really make sure we're looking for a Tom Brady Jr. To make sure that we do find the right person.
Thanks, Nick, once more for
wait. Shouldn't I be closing it out?
Oh, you're the host today. My bad.
He threw me under the bus. Well, hey, thanks once again for joining us on Buns, Burgers, and Big Ideas. Make sure you like, subscribe, and
listen. Learn.
He'll try it again. Say it again, Riley.
Listen, learn, and lead.
All right, everybody.
Thanks for joining us on Buns, Burgers, and Big Ideas. We hope today's episode inspired fresh ideas for your leadership journey. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode, and keep learning with us as we continue to explore leadership in the QSR world. Until next time, take care and lead well.